What's up guys, and today I'm bringing you guys a Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle, the first on the channel. Now if you watched me from several years ago, I don't know, I feel like several is too long, a couple years ago, 2 years ago basically, where I used to upload X and Y Wi-Fi battles. I did that, but now my channel is restarted basically, and now that I'm pretty much only a Smash channel, um, you know, now that I have more time, I can upload Pokemon content, so hopefully they are enjoyable. So today, bring you guys a battle against this guy, Tatan, or Tatan, whatever you call it. We've got some pretty interesting teams here. I'm using the standard, lead Mamoswine. Got Tapu, Bulu, Starmie, Salazzle, Mandibuzz, and I got a Z-Stone, Z-Crystal, whatever. Yeah, Z-Move, Salamence. And he's got a pretty interesting team himself. I really like it. He's got Lycanroc, Midnight, Golisopod, Arcanine, Electros, Frozlass, and Melodic. So let's hop into the battle. I haven't done this in a very, very long time. So, really rusty in just commentary in general. But here we go. We're going to hop to the battle. Now, every time I see one of those names, I just assume he's a scrub or something. With like all caps, And like, I just assume he doesn't know what he's doing. But he does know what he's doing. So we're both going to lead with our expected leads just to set up the rocks. We trade rocks right here. Lycanroc. Now, one of the things people don't like about Lycanroc is that it's not dark type. That's what I've heard, and it doesn't get Earthquake, unfortunately. I feel like the midnight form should get Earthquake and the midday form shouldn't, but they learn the exact same moves. He's gonna go for the Stone Edge. Does a nice chunk of damage. I'm assuming that's a no guard Stone Edge. Just gonna go for my Earthquake here and bring him down to a Sash, as expected. So he's going to hang on. Now, I thought he was going to go for Accelerock right here, but he doesn't have it, because he did outspeed me on the first turn. So, I don't know, maybe he didn't think Accelerock could kill? Maybe he wouldn't have, but I think he definitely should have went for it, just for more damage. But that thing is gone. He's going to go into the Electros. Obviously, I can't hit this thing with Earthquake because it has Levitate, and it doesn't have any weaknesses. So, I'm just going to go for the Icicle Spear. Normally, I would carry Icicle Crash, but I don't, because either I messed up on its moves or it doesn't get it and I didn't breed it on. But anyways, that's Icicle Crash as Spear. He's going for the Flamethrower. I could have lived this potentially if I had a Thick Fat ability, but I do not have Thick Fat. I kind of just bred this thing for Wonder Trade. I got it. It was a Oblivious one, so whatever. Gonna go into my Tapu Biscuit here. Set up the Grassy Terrain. Now, Grassy Terrain is really cool, but it makes battles last really long, which I guess is the downside to it because it heals both sides. But it helps you, I guess, because he gets Horn Leech as well. Just go for the Horn Leech and take that thing out. Electros isn't frail, but it's not bulky either, so that thing is gone. I really like Tapu Bulu. I think it's a really solid Pokemon. It's a good wall breaker, honestly. He's going to his Arcanine to intimidate me and have the type advantage. Obviously, I can't really touch this thing, and I'm Choice Banded, so don't want to just stay in here and Horn Leech while he can Flare Blitz me. Going to switch out. Go into Mandibuzz. I know I could take anything unless he has Wild Charge. That rocks damage, man. It's going to go and give me a lot of damage. It's going to go for the Flare Blitz. And it does a good chunk, but I get burned. Of course it gets burned, right? Of course I get burned. I mean, why not, right? I mean, that's Pokemon. That's how it is. He has Citrus Berry for some reason. This is, I don't know, maybe he doesn't have leftovers. I would have put leftovers if this is a defensive Arcanine. I mean, I saw Flare Blitz and I assumed it was an offensive one. Honestly, if I'm running a defensive Arcanine, I would use Flamethrower, but he wants to use Flare Blitz. He's gonna go for it again, but I know it can roost off this health and just roost off back up to a healthy amount. But the burn sucks because I can't really foul play him anymore. It's not gonna do anything to this Arcanine. So I'm just gonna roost up because I want to be able to get rid of these rocks. So, you would think I would use Defog, but I don't want to defog his rocks off the field, and since my Stealth Rocker's dead, I don't want to do that. Now, I thought my Starmie had Rapid Spin, but it doesn't. It's all offensive, pretty much, which, I guess the logic was I didn't want to bring Rapid Spin and Defog to a battle, but this guy has Morning Sun on his Arcanine, so I was like, okay, this thing is definitely defensive, or it's just a weird Arcanine that wants to heal. I mean, I guess you could run a Morning Sun on an offensive set. Gonna do Foul Play just to see how much damage it does, and it does diddly crap to this Arcanine. So I do not want to stay in here while he's just healing from the grassy terrain, and it's not really good for me. So he's going for the extreme speed. I guess he doesn't want any more recoil. It does do nothing, even though he's not burned or anything. Well, you can't really burn him, but gonna go for the U-turn and just get out of here. I tried to go into my Starmie and I was like, oh, hopefully please have Rapid Spin, but she does not have Rapid Spin. So that kind of sucks, but I can threaten this thing out with a Scald or a Hydro Pump or something, because he doesn't want to stay in against Starmie. So more grassy terrain. It makes the battles last forever, but now it's gone for now. He's got 4 Pokemon left, I believe. I'm not sure. But he's going to switch into his Gliscopod, which I guess is a good switch in because he has a type advantage with a bug. But he's going to take this Scald, and it does a really good chunk of damage, even though it's resisted. And I get the burn. So kind of revenge hacks right there. I guess he wanted to switch in and then be able to first impression me. But he had the rocks up. He knew he was going to take damage. And now he just switches. I kind of just wasted that turn there, honestly. Now Froslass comes in. I'm glad I had the rocks up because these things usually carry Sash or some kind of, item, and it's good to be able to, whittle them down a little bit. Gonna get another burn, so I'm kind of hexing him bad. Some people will take it or whatever, but I feel kind of bad. But that's part of Pokemon. It's luck based. So the burn will take him down. I'm gonna live with like 15 HP. Gonna be able to get one more Life Orb hit. Gliscopod comes back in. I mean, at this point, it's pretty much Death Fodder. Can't really do much with a burn, but he can take me out with a First Impression. But I'm not gonna let him do that. He's gonna switch back into my Mandibuzz and take more rocks damage, but the Rocky Helmet and the burn should be able to take this giant bug out. So, I mean, my Mandibuzz is pretty much dead. But at this point, I thought that I would be able to defog, because I was like, okay, the rocks did their damage. I just want to get them off my side of the field. So I tried to defog, but it's not going to work out here because he's going to send his Melodic, and the Melodic outspeeds me somehow. It kills me off. So unfortunately, Mandibuzz is a slow bird, and birds do not outspeed these watery snakes in Pokemon. So the Ice Beam is going to take me out. Can't defog, but the rocks did their damage, and Mandibuzz put in work, I guess. Taking hits and giving Rocky Helmet recoil. So this Melodic's sitting here, and thankfully I got a wonderful thing just to kill it. I've got Tapu Bulu, because this thing is super strong and it does not mess around. Gonna set up the terrain again, because that's what they love to do. And gonna go for that Choice Banded Horn Leech. This is gonna eviscerate this Melodic. Get out of my sight right here. Gonna suck the soul right out of that thing, and that thing is dead. That is the power. I mean, I know it's super effective. I know Tapu Bulu's got a lot of attack, but that just shows the power of it. I feel like even would KO, even if it wasn't Choice Banded. But I don't know. Maybe that Melodic was special defensive. We don't know. But the Arcanine comes back in. I believe this is his last Pokemon. So this is the last ditch effort for him. He doesn't go for Flare Blitz. He doesn't want the recoil damage. I'm just gonna go for the Horn Leech just to see how much it does at -1, and it does like a good chunk. So that just shows you the power right there. Now I'm not exactly sure how grassy terrain works. I know it hits. I mean, I know it weakens ground type moves. I'm pretty sure, but does it power up grass type moves? I'm not exactly sure. And it heals you obviously. And I wonder if because the terrain only affects Pokemon that are on the ground, right? So will it affect Salamence here? I'm not sure. But he goes for the Morning Sun. I didn't want to stay in there and just Horn Leech for days, because what's the point where I could switch in Salamence and get Intimidate off this guy and pretty much make his his damage output useless. And plus I wanted to try out the Flynium Z Stone with the Salamence, because Salamence never really got a good stab flying move. Usually they would run something else like Earthquake or Fire Fang. He didn't get Brave Bird, and there isn't really any crazy good flying type moves anyway. So why not run the Z Stone and see how it works with Supersonic Sky Strike? Oh man, that's kind of like a tongue twister right there. Gonna hit him with the Fighter Plane, but it doesn't kill. I hoped it would, but it didn't, because it's Arcanine. Apparently he's bulky, and he goes for a Will-O-Wisp and he misses. So I burned him twice. He missed a Will-O-Wisp. I'm sorry, but that's just how the game works sometimes. just gonna go for the Earthquake here, and I thought it would kill, but this was the point where I was like, oh yeah, grassy terrain weakens it, but doesn't Salamence not get affected by grassy terrain? I don't know. I know this Arcanine is defensive, but I'm pretty sure that that Earthquake should have killed. But now the grassy terrain's gone, I go for the Earthquake, and it does kill this time, so I'm assuming the terrain did affect the Earthquake right there. But anyways, I guess it doesn't matter, I'll have to look it up. But that is the battle. I mean, it wasn't the craziest battle, and it wasn't that long either, but I hope you guys enjoyed it somewhat. I'm going to hopefully get some more battles in, and if you guys want to battle me, you can ask for a battle on my multiple places you can find me, on YouTube, on the comments, Discord, Facebook, whatever. So I want to battle a lot more, especially before Pokemon comes out, because once Pokemon comes out, it's going to be crazy again. I mean, it's not going to be the same, obviously we have new Pokemon, but it's going to be the crazy, you know, Latios and all the standard stuff. So I want to be able to play in this meta at least a little bit before Pokemon comes out, you know, with just Sun and Moon stuff. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Leave a like, comment if you want to battle sometime, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.